Welcome to the AI. I'm special at the AWS AI Conclave, and today, as brilliantly, we have been talking throughout the day with thought leaders and some fabulous people who have achieved a lot of things in their journeys. We have another gentleman with us who is, of course, the Chief Data Scientist and General Manager at Tata Elxsi. Please put your hands together for Mr. Bisujit Biswas. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Wonderful to have you with us. And the first thing I'd like to ask you is that ever since you have come to the AWS AI Conclave, how has that changed your life?
Yeah, I think this is my third session, if I remember. I think last year itself it was I presented a paper there, and now again today. So I think last 2 3 years we have seen that the AI adoption has taken a leaps and bounds. I mean, initially it was more of people are watching, they're trying it out, and so on. But this time I saw there are actual implementations. People are talking productions. I think the industry is saying about 30% of solutions are already productionized. So
Nice.
I think the adoption has increased dramatically compared to just a talk and some understanding what it is and bit of skepticism. Will it really work and all? I think we've gone past that stage.
Which is a big one because, I mean, especially, I mean, if you could shed light on it as far as the automotive and the healthcare ecosystem is concerned, how has it helped Tata Elxsi, for example, in terms of, let's say, the usage of AI and data and tech? How has it helped?
Yeah, in Tata Elxsi, we have multiple business divisions, and automotive and healthcare are two very closely I work with, and where the AI adoption has tremendously accelerated. For example, in automotive, we have a software-defined vehicle infrastructure. So that's basically the entire software which is realizing the complete vehicle functions. I mean, the earlier vehicles had multiple TCUs, ECUs, and so on, and today there is only one central CPU which will actually control, and many of it will be a software defined. So all your functions of navigations, infotainments, and safety and others. In fact, cybersecurity also is an important part of it. So, and many of it is AI driven, especially the ADAS part of it is completely AI. I mean, where you sense the road, sense the environments, and the other safety features of the car, all realized in the AI. And for us, it is mainly on-device computing of AI.
Sure.
And similarly on healthcare as well. Healthcare is there are three aspects of it. One is the diagnostics, where diagnostics is already predominated with the AI-based solutions. AI assist have come a long way in diagnostics, and every diagnostic solution today has some AI of it. Then there are regulations and regulatory requirements where you actually make sure that every changes in the drug compositions goes through those regulatory compliance certifications every time there is a change and so on. And then third, of course, is the what is our the documentation side of the AI.
Sure.
So these are multiple areas we have been infusing AI significantly, and many of our business today is AI driven and AI infused. So that way is a pretty good time.
And also the fact that, I mean, what you just mentioned, sir, would have really elevated the customer experience with these kind of adoptions. It would have made it a lot more exciting for the customer, becomes
Yeah.
easier.
So when I say customer here, it is more of B2B customers. So the customers here are, for example, the supply chain is one
Why
area.
I said that is just from a simple point of view where you said that now it's everything is centralized, it's a CPU situation. So that means that the vehicle is now being centrally controlled vis-a-vis the earlier days when if something went off, you had to get that figured out as a spare part, and then this was a separate spare part. At least that has all
That is,
diverged.
in
It
fact,
came from there.
one good example is like earlier, before the software defined vehicles, what used to happen once you buy a vehicle, it continuously depreciates because it is a fitted, and you kind of live with it for the lifetime of the vehicle. Today, it is not, because you pay as you go services. Say, for example, you have a heating element in your car and you will never need it any other time of the year except in the winter. And you just pay the service only at that time. And for every upgrade, you just pay little amount and your vehicle gets upgraded. So as your vehicle goes over the years and add more features and more things, you get much better experience on your car. So that way it has dramatically
That's what I was trying to
reflected.
get at. The AI adoption is assisted at the
Absolutely.
end customer as well, which brings me to this. How does an AWS platform assist you to reach scale, for example, whenever you're starting off something and you want to bring it to fruition and then you want to take it to scale?
Absolutely. I think there are there are two ways AWS is helping, and we have some brilliant sessions with AWS and their support. The platforms we are using for rapid prototyping, and today our prototyping time has significantly reduced with some of these tools. So we are able to deliver, prototype in few days, in a week, or in cases, some cases it is even a day. The single day prototype. This is one mantra we are kind of
Wonderful.
trying to push, and we are making sure that customers are able to see the requirements firsthand, even before the proposal lands to them. So that's where, and then the second part is the scaling. So when
Right.
it comes to scaling, I think AWS comes very handy, and they have probably the one of the top-notch cloud tools, and every aspect of it. Today, you can, in fact, deploy a solution in a single day. I mean, so
That's
that's
just
the power of these platforms, and
fabulous.
our team is like pretty equipped, and we work very closely with AWS to get those rolling.
Great.
And many of our solutions are running today as we speak on AWS cloud for customers.
Fabulous. So, in summation, in conclusion, what would you like to say to everyone who's watching, who's just getting into the wherewithal of adopting AI into their businesses, into their workflows? What would you like to say to them with somebody who's got such rich experience?
Absolutely. I think I've been keeps saying it to my teams, and I had a session last week with my entire development organizations, and even yesterday some of the new folks who joined us this year. And my message to them is like the developer's role has kind of got uplifted. So you will not be doing any good old days coding and all. So you will be supervising the coding by the agents, and that is a skill you have to understand. And you have to be an architect, you have to be a solution orchestrator, you have to be a big time software architecting rather than starting at a developer position. I think that's the skill you should start with, and that is the starting expectation of an organization. So elevate your skill, upskill yourself on the day one, and a very short runway for the developers today. In earlier days, when you used to be the developer, we used to have a long time to learn, and today we don't have day one you have to deliver.
Yeah.
I think that's the upskilling, which is very important, urgency.
Which has come into the picture. Fabulous. So it's been a true pleasure having you with us on this wonderful special that we've done.
Think
Think
AI,
AI,
think
think
AI.
AIM.